Today's position is Upavista Konasana, which is seated angle. And this is going to be an extension of the legs outwards and a forward bend within that. Now it's really beneficial for any gynaecological problems, and indeed through menstruation you can practice this, and if you are pregnant, as long as there is no strain and that you do not force the position. So please do practice safely and nice and steadily, always staying in the realms of comfort. With that said, let's get on the mat and practice. So, as most seated positions, we will start in Dandasana, staff or stick posture. From there, you're going to widen the legs out. So I'll just turn so that we can see the extension of the legs out to the side. So in this position, you don't want any strain. If you widen your legs too far and you end up with knees bent and big gaps here, then what you need to do is just close the legs down until they're nice and comfortable. Long, shins, knees, thighs, toes, all pointing up to the ceiling. Like we did in our back extension, which ultimately is a forward fold, we can again adjust the flesh of our buttocks, and we can lift each cheek up so that it actually just gives us that preliminary inch in over. Sitting us further forward onto our ischium. Now, for practicing early doors with this position, you could make use of belts here, and you could have them under the soles of your feet and take a hold of each one, so that way you've got your connection. If, in the first instance, you're unable to reach your toes. So do utilise belts or straps, they can help. You want to get yourself nicely upright through the trunk of the body. You're relaxing and releasing on the inner thighs and the groins. You've got two sets of groins, one set in this uppermost crease of the top of the leg and the front of your pubis, your pelvic girdle, and then you've got groins in the back of the legs at the uppermost crease just beneath where it connects with your buttocks. Think about relaxing and releasing there. Again, you want to have this upward elevation so that you're having this wonderful extension from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Your tailbone, your coccyx, it's flat and fused bones there, and they then lead to the sacrum, which are flat and fused. However, they can still create space. They can still have this feeling, this sensation that they are lifting. And then you continue up through the lumbar, the dorsal part of your spine, and the 12 vertebrae of the thoracic part of your spine. And when you get to the cervical, the bones that are leading up to where your spine connects with your skull, have that nicely extended as well. And see if, like maybe by closing the eyes, you can really tune in and make the cervical spine a lovely natural extension. So as you begin to fold forward, your head retains a poise that gives a lovely natural flow onward from the spine. With every breath in, you've got that space that's being created, and as you breathe out, you are then lowering down toward the mat. Now do remember here as well that you would be able to use a block. If you've got one of those to hand, you could put a block out in front of you. So as you lower, and you can use it different size and different lengths, so you could use it at its topmost And then as you get used to being in the position and your breath is long and deep and you're surrendering further, you can turn it down a level. You can even go lower, because it's all about getting the torso, the trunk of the body close to the mat. You're looking to get your chin and your nose down towards the mat. But it takes time. No force necessary. Stay in tune with your breath and stay up at a higher level whilst you get used to the stretch that's taking place through the legs. To recognise how you can create more space through your torso and your spine. To reflect whilst in the position, so you'll get to a point and then just breathe and use your inner eye to make any adjustments, alterations, and to adapt so that you can find precision in the position. Unclench your teeth. You don't need to grit your teeth. And when you're coming out of the pose, bring the hands in front of you, use arm strength, press yourself up, rising up to a central position, and then you might like to just help your legs to come back together and extend out into Dandasana. Give them a little bit of a shake if they need it. And that is the seated angle. Take care while practicing. Do it nice and safely, steadily. Avoid the ego coming into play. And just remember, tune in with the breath, let it flow, create space, and then let that go. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Ask any questions relating to your practice, because I want to help you with your yoga journey, and I'm happy to do so. Namaste.